We won in court last week, and it was not only a win for Tulalip, but it was a major win for all of Indian country. What the case did was secure our sovereignty and our rights as federally recognized tribes. If we would have lost this case, it would have set really bad precedents throughout the United States, because it would have added another 300 or more ANCs to be considered as governments, and they are not governments. As I said before, ANCs are a state-chartered, state-regulated, for-profit corporation, and they are not tribal governments and do not provide governmental services as all other tribes do. So we have 574 tribes in the United States, and it was a major win in securing our status as federally recognized tribes. If the ANCs won the decision, if they received the money, it would have been similar to a casino receiving the money. However, the tribal casinos totally fund our Native American governments. So that's a big difference. Theirs is a for-profit shareholding, and ours, what we have in our businesses go directly into government services and supporting the community and all the other services. The funds that come out of this CARE Act are for all of the different things that have affected us due to the COVID virus. So it could be on, the different things we needed at the clinic, all of the masks, the gowns, all of that stuff. Or it can be that we had to put people on furlough and assist with some of paying the unemployment costs that the tribe will have to incur, because we don't have income coming in, but yet we will have to pay this bill. So those are things that happened due to the COVID virus. So it has to be connected right to an expense from the COVID virus. And the way that we don't know the way that the Treasury will divvy up the money between the 574 federally recognized tribes and native villages, but they have asked the questions before that I have spoke about, like your land base, how many tribal members you had, how many employees you had, and what kind of a budget you had before all of this happened. So we don't know how they are going to do the formula. So, but by us winning this case, it still can be appealed by the Department of Treasury. We don't think it will be, but we'll be prepared for that, because this happened so fast. It was like a week turnaround, and that's pretty much unheard of to do that, but it's mandated by legislature to get those funds out to the tribes, because everybody's in dire need of these funds to keep their governments running and keep, some of the services that they need for the people. It was a great win, a really big win for Tulalip and for all of Indian country. So we're really appreciative to the board of directors, the legal team that worked on this, and all of the additional people throughout Indian country who supported this. We had other major tribes join into the case, and it's just a good decision for all tribes. So we're really glad that that got passed. We just got off a call with all of the tribes in Washington State about an effort to be on the same page with our strategy in reopening our casinos and our governments, and what kind of safety precautions we will have, if that'll be employees at the casino wearing masks and recommending that the guests wear masks. There was conversation back and forth on temperature, doing uninvasive temperatures. So maybe there's a camera that does the infrared temperature of a person that you could pull them aside if they had temperatures. But these are all conversations yet. So what we decided, the majority of the tribes want to be on the same page. We want to open at the same time. You will have some of them that will be opening sooner. And it kind of makes the rest of us a little bit nervous on what's going to happen with that. But we are looking at a target date of mid-May. In between the 15th and the 18th is what we're looking at. But we have to evaluate what is going on in our communities. And each tribe has the right to do theirs how they see fit. But we are adapting a lot of the same safety precautions. So that was good to know. The majority of the tribes are going to wait till mid-May, and we're looking at what the governor's recommendations and the University of Washington Health Department, what their recommendations are. But we will come together and this will come out. Our anticipated plans are to open up the casino slowly with 50% of the machines, taking out every other machine, doing some distancing, seeing how it's going to work. And then when that starts producing money, we'll slowly start pulling the government employees back in. So that's what we're looking at right now. We're evaluating on a daily basis, and we're preparing for everything from worst case scenario to best case scenario. And there's some tough decisions we'll have to make if we get there, but we're hoping to get our economy back on track and moving forward. So I'd like to give you an update on the COVID cases. For the last couple weeks, we didn't have any cases. And then in this last week and a half, we had a total of 6 cases on the reservation. And then we have 1 tribal member and their spouse that live in Marysville. So we're very concerned. These cases are from all different ages. And one thing that was very concerning is one of them was a young 3-year-old. And they self-reported that they got this at a family gathering. And this is something with, Mother's Day coming up and the sun coming out and so many different things happening. We have to be vigilant that we are protecting ourselves. We're keeping that distance. We're wearing those masks when we're around other people. We don't want this to spike and continue to go in the wrong direction. We have to pull it back down. Otherwise, we have to remain closed. If this continues to go on, that people are getting infected for being in the community, we have no other choice but to mandate stay at home, and maybe it will be enforced more. But I would hope that we could do this as a community for the safety of all of our people. And especially for your mothers, please, drop them off flowers, bring them food, stand 6 feet away and tell them that you love them. FaceTime, email, whatever you can. But we really, really have to continue with this, because just letting up that little bit started the cases to come back in, and we don't want to go back there. And we want to keep our community safe. And I just want to tell each and every one of you, this is trying times. The sooner we can keep this under control, the sooner we can get back into semi-normal routine where we can get back to work. So I want to tell each and every one of you that I appreciate your efforts in keeping your community and your family safe, and continue to do so. Continue to wash your hands, wear your masks, and don't be around anybody if you have any symptoms, even if you think it's allergies. A lot of people are thinking they only had allergies, and they may have had it. And some of this with this COVID, there's no symptoms at all. So that's what makes it even really scary, how many people may be affected. But what's happened with our department, at least, is they are now getting tests within 24 hours. Prior to having any of our, like when we're starting to open up to bring our employees back at the casino and at the tribe, they will be tested. And they're getting real close to a test that can show if maybe you already had it or you have the antibodies to keep it from coming back. And that'll be a blessing when that test is done. And we're hoping on the vaccination soon. I know that they're on the brink of finding one that is working, and as fast as they could get it to the market. And we want to be in that line to be able to get our people vaccinated so we don't have to go through this again. And We don't want to lose any tribal members, and we want to tell you all to be safe and wear those masks in public, wear the gloves, wash your hands, do the whole routine, but take care of one another and be safe. Tigwitsin. Love y'all.